There is a difference between you and me. We both looked into the abyss. But when it looked back at us, you blinked.
Hi guys, Ungrapper here, and this is a DC Legends video. So, in today's video, I am going to go over the... Start over, 3, 2, 1. Hi guys, Ungrapper here, and this is another DC Legends video. So, in this video, I was trying to think of topics, and I fell on this because I ran into a certain toon in a PvP match, and she was annoying as hell. And so I was like, oh, let me do the top 5 most annoying toons to face. Now, just for clarity's sake, it's going to be the top 5 most annoying for one reason or another. Like, there are a couple of reasons. Mostly it's when you face them, but it's also how they perform for you. But you'll get it once I get to it. In fact, one thing I'll say is that an honorable mention on this list, who's not on this list now, is Harley Quinn MJ. Harley Quinn is absolutely infuriating because when you face her, it feels like you can never hit her. And whenever she's on your team, it's like the evasion ups work like 10% of the time, if that much. I might be giving them too much credit. So she makes an honorable mention. She's not on the list. In fact, the more I think about it, I'm thinking that maybe I should substitute her for number 5. I'm going to think about that. But before we get started, I am going to go to the shop and open up some of these, try to hunt for some frags, and hopefully I get lucky. As you all know, I am not looking for any cyborg frag. In fact, anybody but cyborg, really. Like anybody but. But I want that Brainiac and I want Kaga, so here we go. Artemis, okay, that's a good look. I like Artemis. I love Artemis. I only have her at L3 right now, but I do like Artemis. That works. Barda, yeah, that's a solid draw too. Barda's amazing. I love Barda. She's fantastic. Difficult to kill. Like, and she could be on this list because once she gets ramped up and going, she's absolutely obnoxious to try to kill. And of course, can't do a video without getting some cyborg. Oh, okay. And lastly, okay, Vixen. I think Vixen is really underrated. She can be good. There are better leads out there and better mystics, but she's actually a really good toon. So let's get into this list. Okay, you know what? I'm making a last second change. I'm looking at my list right now, old school, because I'm an old man, so I wrote it down on paper. Harley Quinn is going to come in at number 5 for the reason I said before. Whenever she does her come and get it, especially when it opens as a turn 0 taunter, it is infuriating because on defense, when you're playing against her, you can never touch her. But then when you have her on your team, for me at least, sometimes it's like it works the way it should. She does well. But most of the time, she just dies immediately because her evasion ups don't work. It drives me insane. So that's number 5. The one who I was going to put in here was going to be Cersei at number 5, but she can be reduced to the honorable mention. She's annoying, but if you account for her, if you get someone with heal immunity and stuff, it's not as infuriating as Harley Quinn can be. So she's just an honorable mention. I just wanted to let you know who I had at number 5, and then I had to make that change. It's just, the more I thought about Harley Quinn, the more upset I got. So number 4 on this list. Now remember, this is my list. If you have any change, if you think differently, then please comment in the section below. Arcus. Arcus is infuriating because why do you need so many things? Now again, kind of like the Cersei thing. If you account for him, you typically can take care of him, but if you don't account for him the right way, or some piece of RNG doesn't go your way, then he's a nightmare. He'll just demolish your entire team because he'll have a death immunity, and then he'll have 500,000 strength ups, and so he's just one-shotting your entire squad. Now it does take like 2 turns to get there, and you can get to him at first if his comp around him isn't built well enough, or if you account for it well enough. But if you don't, then he is just annoying. He's infuriating. So, Arcus. Now, in the same vein, let's go to number 3. Azrael. Azrael is absolutely infuriating for basically the exact same reason. But he's even worse because it's not just that he'll buff when damage is done to him, but he'll buff when there's damage done to anybody on his team. Then he'll overheal, which I didn't take as part of my legendary points, but as soon as I get him L5, I'm going to, because that light overheal, it really helps him with survivability. He's not a glass cannon, but he's definitely not strong. Like, he's right on the board of glass cannon. He's not as soft as Arcus. Stacks up, debuff immunity, just all those strength ups. And again, once he doesn't even need much to get ramped up. That's the thing. With Arcus, at least it takes 1 or 2 turns. You know, with Azrael, the second you hit one of his teammates, then you're screwed, because then he starts buffing. So Azrael, definitely on that list. Now, number 2. Number 2 is infuriating for us. Number 2 combines the worst of 2 people. She combines the worst of Harley Quinn. Now, I will say this. When she's on your team offensively, she does well. So it's not the same as Harley Quinn in the sense of her evasion ups don't have any effect when you're using her. She does work well when you're using her as well. However, the reason why she's so annoying is she's the last one who's standing 99 times out of 100. And on top of that, whenever I'm playing against her, I know she's not going to take out my team. Sometimes she does. Don't get it twisted. Like, sometimes she'll do enough damage to take out your team and just keep going at you with those damn buff immunities. But there is even still a gap where she loses her buff, her invisibility and evasion, and there's like a 1 turn where you can take her out. However, the reason why she's so annoying is because she just stays around and just makes a PvP match longer and longer and longer for no reason. It's not a challenge. It's not like you're worried that she's going to take out the rest of your tunes. It's just that she's just going to make sure that if you were trying to do something quickly, you're not able to do it. When you say like, oh, let me finish this game right quick, I'll be over there in like 30 seconds, that 30 seconds turns into 5 minutes because she just won't take a hit. And she doesn't do enough damage to end the match herself. So that just drives me up a wall. She just makes her last 3 turns, 4 turns in any PvP match are just worthless because she's not going to take out your team and you're not going to take out her until she's good and damn ready. So that is what drives me nuts. And now, number 1. Number 1 is annoying on multiple levels, and I think that the developers are getting a bad rep because of it. Now, Superman is number 1 on this list. The first reason that he's annoying, and this has nothing to do with the tune himself, I just wanted to rant on this a little bit, and I'm not really going to rant, I'm just going to say it. That whole red sun skin thing, I am still upset about. I spent so much time grinding, getting that skin. I got it. I loved it. I had it for 2 days, and then they changed him into some damn gray pajamas, and I just couldn't. It just drove me up a wall. It drove me up a wall. Whereas it doesn't even load. That's the last time. That's how often I use it. This garbage that they put in front of us instead of that awesome red sun. I was gonna rebirth Superman based on the fact of that skin, just because I like the skin so much and wanted to use him more. They did this. I haven't used him since. So, 1. Sorry, I'll go back now. The other reason is that still upsets me so much. That can't be healthy. That was like 6 months ago. I should not be this upset about that. That cannot be healthy. All right, anyway, the other thing. So anytime anyone on his team gets a critical hit, he buffs like 100%. And that is something that's great for your team, but whenever you're facing him, it makes the entire team so tanky and so annoying. It makes all PvP matches last so much longer because he gets damage immunity, then he gets death immunity, then he gets strength ups. And the thing is, he still hits like a 12-year-old with a pillow. Like, he still doesn't do any damage, but he has all these strength ups, and he can get decent damage when he has Kilowog, but he gets all these strengths up, still can't do any damage, he can finish people off better than Cassie, but still doesn't really finish anybody off, but then just sticks around and then doesn't take damage. Then he automatically purges debuffs from himself. So then you can't lay debuffs on him or make them stick. And then he heals himself. He heals himself the entire time. So I think the developers got a bad rep because everybody complains about how Superman should be super strong, super strong, super strong. I mean, even in the comics, he's not the strongest being in the universe. He's stronger, but he's not the strongest being in the universe. He basically gets a lot of his, I don't want to say victories, but a lot of Superman's lore is about him having the mental fortitude to withstand a lot and keep coming and keep going and never giving up and all of that. And that's kind of how they have him built. He's this tanky guy who's going to take up for the little man, which he does, and he's just going to keep coming at you and coming at you and coming at you and coming at you. So I think they built him the correct way. This is how Superman is supposed to be. If you ask me, and part of the lore is that he's just going to be durable and take it forever and ever and ever, and you're never going to be able to knock him down. However, that also makes him the most annoying toon to deal with in the game, in my view. So I hope you liked the video. Let me know what you think. Did I miss somebody on this list? Like I could think of a couple, like Wonder Girl off the top of my head. I know plenty of people find her annoying. Lobo can be infuriating, especially when they used to do that Deathstroke Lobo combination for mid-game. That they nerfed him, but that would drive me crazy to the point of where it's been 2 years since I got past that, and I still take so much satisfaction in killing Deadshot. Or not Deadshot, but Deathstroke. So, who is annoying to you? Who are your annoying combos? Did I get something completely wrong and you don't think they're annoying at all? Let me know in the comments below. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe and like. I'll see you guys next time.